Hey, what's up everyone? It's Darkpool Algo, and thanks for joining me on another weekend watch this building session. Today is Saturday, October 2nd. Wow, 2021. It's already October. So what I do is every weekend I do a watch list building session for our weekly newsletter that can be found at darkpoolcharts.com. If you haven't signed up and got your free newsletter yet, go ahead and take a minute. Go over to darkpoolcharts.com, sign up, come back, finish watching the rest of this video. I promise you'll be impressed. Okay, and so in order for me to do this, what I use is the Smart Money Dark Pool and Block Trade algorithm software. It's provided by the traders over at FlowTrade. This is what you see on my screen here. What I do is I go through and I look for divergences where price action and the algorithm have diverged, usually to the bullish side. Okay, again, if you don't have FlowTrade yet, go get your subscription. Link in the description. I was going to do a rhyme, but I couldn't figure the rest of it out. Okay, so what you see here is the 4-chart layout, and just real quick, white is price action, blue horizontal lines are dark pool trades, red horizontal lines are regular block trades, and the purple line you see, that is the regular algorithm. So before I jump into this, we've got a handful. There's lots of good stocks that are in good positions this week. So we'll get into those. I'll do an algorithm analysis, try to get a technical analysis in there as well. But I got to make this video short. I'm getting on a plane here in a couple hours, and I don't really want to be doing a video while I'm hanging out with family. So with that being said, all I ask in return is hit that like button, and subscribe, turn on notifications, and share it with your friends, families, coworkers. We'll be right back after this intro, and we'll get right into it. All right, welcome back. All right, so on our list this week we've got Z, W, MAS, WMT, QCOM, Pinduoduo, Path, and Clorox. So Zillow, Wayfair, Mastercard, Walmart, QCOM, Pinduoduo, Path, I'm not sure what Path does, and Clorox, right? These are all set to make a pretty good move this week, okay? Look, so I went over how to read the charts. I'm gonna get through these as quickly as possible, okay? So first up is Z for Zillow. Zillow, Z. I don't know. We've got nice strong bullish divergence that started back on the 30th, and it's pretty vertical, and it's making a nice Elliott wave. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'd look for this algo to curl back around and continue up. It may actually pull back here to this dark pool level of support. As far as price action is concerned, price action's making a nice uptrend, right? We busted through some dark level support, so I would anticipate a minor pullback to previous lows. We also fill that gap. So we've got a resistance area here that if we can break above and back test, or just break above and provide support, I like the 95 target for Zillow going into this week, as long as the algo continues to do its job, right? With dark pool resistance and target right there at 95. Pretty easy peasy, right? Support resistance at 90.69. I mean, it's turning out to be pretty easy looking at this. So here's an interesting situation. What I do is I'll draw a white line. I'll drop a white line for the boy Laz in Dubai. Now, when there's a dark pool and a regular block trade so close to each other, you can't really segment them out. That's a major level of a support and resistance, right? So we really want to be able to see those and highlight those. If you notice, price action bounced off of it once, right? Bounced off of it twice, and then fell through it, rejected off of it, right? Squeezed into it and popped through it. So that 80, 89, 80-ish level, pretty significant for Zillow. And we have a regular block trade support down here at 88. So there's a nice little range, right? I don't know what the ATR on Zillow is, but you could do the 90, 95 move pretty dang easily. All right, moving on to W, Wayfair. So remember the scandal about Wayfair where they were trying to, like, somebody came out, like, conspiracy theory saying that they were sending child smuggling in their utility sheds, because they were like stand-up utility sheds. They were selling for like $18,000, some craziness like that. Anyway, hopefully it's not true. So the algo is kind of doing, looks like it had a little bit of a channel breakout. Now it's back testing that channel for support. I need the algo to bounce off of there for continuation to the upside. Price action is doing its job. Look at that, 1, 2, 3 tests of support, wedge breakout, could be a Wu-Tang pattern reversal. If you don't know what those are, I'll get into them later. Just don't want to spend a bunch of time on those. So 254.37 is a dark pool support and resistance level, as well as a previous bottom. So break above that, I think we can come test these previous highs and then eventually try to fill that gap right there. Okay. All right, moving on to Mastercard. So Mastercard had divergence that it started back on the 30th. It's pretty significant in that it broke above regular block trade level and it's pretty much vertical. I like to see these because that means that a large group of hedge funds and institutional buyers have all gotten in together pretty much and said, hey, look, let's start buying into Mastercard again, right? I think that probably coincides with some news that came out last week. So we're going to be real interested in Mastercard for this week. We've got a nice long, did that break out there? Yeah, regardless, we have a little bit of a wedge, right? A little bit of a wedge to break through. I think I've covered up price action right there. So we're looking for a wedge breakout to take out. The wedge wake out to take out. Let's not too much Wu-Tang. 56.50 is our initial support and resistance. Like this is my decision-making line. We get above 56.50, I think we can continue on to the upside and a nice wedge breakout. Look for Mastercard this week. I think it's going to do good things. All right, Walmart's the next one. So Walmart's pretty much been on my do not trade list for quite a while. However, the algos, there's divergence, but it's consolidated divergence, right? So this is a little interesting one. Just like I don't trade Walmart enough to know how it moves, but what I see here is like a range, right? That range. So what I'd like to see happen is, I mean, this is good uptrending support right off of the dark pool level, which is coming in right at 137 on the dot. So whenever they drop a massive order right there at 137, I consider that pretty significant. Above that, we've got regular block trade target at 142.70. 142.70. The algo needs to bounce off that line and continue back up. I'd love for the algo to get out of its range. If it does that, then I think we can see a pretty good move from Walmart. Okay, I gotta adjust this chart real quick. It's a little too far out. That's good there. All right, so that was Walmart. Moving on to the next one. I'm gonna try to get through all of these if possible. If not, I apologize. Qualcomm, Pinduoduo, Path, and Clorox. So Clorox had a pretty decent move last week. Excuse me, especially on Friday. I just sat there and watched it. Obviously, I've gone through a couple of these before, so they're still on the list. Divergence hasn't played out, but we will mark them up. Okay, with Qualcomm, we've got, like, this is gentle rolling divergence, right? The algo is steady net buying. It's got its own little channel that it's in. Maybe a megaphone, but the algo definitely needs to get out of its little consolidation that it's in right here. Right, it can get up and out of there. We're looking good. Price action is trying to reverse. There is this wedge that it's got to get out of, and we've got to get back up into the block trades, right? It fell out the bottom a little bit. So we have 133.75, 132, 129.93. We get, we got to fight our way through those regular block trades towards these dark pool targets at 134.75. Okay, moving on, Pinduoduo. This is nice divergence net buying, right? So this should start taking effect. All right, the algorithm is steady buying, right? As you can see here, it is absolutely caught in its own range, right? So we can expect that to continue up. Price action is like this, hopefully is like support. If not, we've got, yeah, that's kind of the move there. So regular block trade, support, resistance, those are going to be the levels. 89.12, break 89.12, we can come up and test this 93.08 level. We get above that, and then I think we start getting really woody up to some of these previous highs. Okay, Path. So let me just get rid of my previous analysis on Path. It looks like it's very choppy, and that's exactly what it is. So the algo is still pretty much steadily net buying, as you can see here, right? The algo is net buying. It needs to get moving, really, right? It's got to get out of its lower range. This is some interesting price action that's a little concerning. So we'll get a pop and a drop, pop and a drop, pop. So we need to just be very aware of our upward trend line support, right? The support that's beneath us. If it fails, we can come back down. So we've got a $52 regular block trade, pretty significant hold numbers. We'd like to see those. 53.50 is obviously the initial, is going to be the target. With a 52.91 first target, I know it's only $1 move. The stock probably doesn't move that much. So between 52.91 and 53.50, there's going to be a lot of consolidation. Above 53.50, I think that we can really start moving up to the upside. All right, Clorox is the last one. Here we go. So with Clorox, what I'd like to see happen is just this move to continue on, right? This is a pretty strong algorithm. It has been net buying with price action, diverged back on the 29th, and it's continuing to move up. So this divergence really has, it's like that's the divergence move right there, right? But the algo has been buying for the longer term, okay? Trade with price action for a little bit. This is a cup and handle. I hope you guys saw that. All right, as far as price action is concerned, we're trying to do a job moving up. There is this wedge that we're coming into. The price action's making higher highs and higher lows, which we like to see. A little bit of a bull flag there. We do have a dark pool block trade at 168.50. That's going to be the initial target. We get above that, I think we can really get super moving on Clorox. All right, so thanks for joining me. This was the algorithm portion of the weekend watch list. I'm going to see if I can get a technical analysis video done as well. And thanks for joining me. Once again, hit that like button, subscribe. Hey, leave a comment in the comment section below. It really does help out the YouTube algorithm, helps out the channel. It really gets me some feedback that shows that I engage with my viewers, which I do. If you guys leave comments, I try to respond to them as long as I have an answer. And let's see what else. I think that's it. I'll see you Monday morning. I stream 1 hour before the open, Monday through Friday, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Take some requests, and yeah, have a great weekend. Stay safe, stay green, and I'll see you soon.